is my next YouTube channel episode, and I wanted to tell you about a promotion that I'm doing through the end of April of 2012. It's uh, the last month that I'm going to be 23, so I'm doing a special promotion with my book. If there's any new ads, um, if you like my author page, which I'll have the link for in the description for this video. If you have any new likes, or if you suggest it to people, like if you share the link on your wall and then you write me a message, I will have a personal Skype conversation with you, a minimum of 5 to 10 minutes. So, and my Skype is B Palermo 88, and the last name is spelled Palermo. Probably see it on my channel. I don't know. But yeah, I was going to talk about this video. I was going to talk about my experience in the studio with bands that I've been in. The first time that I went to a professional studio was here in Ocala, Florida, with my band Circadian. Ryan Morse was playing guitar, Travis Fulton was doing vocals, and Shannon Brennan was on the bass. Um, Ryan just lined the guitar through my PA system. It was a custom 80-watt PA system. And I did a lot of the backup vocals for those recordings. But I used my Vex drums, and I had a mix and match set of Zildjian cymbals in the studio. I think the best cymbals I had, and my newest cymbals, were my hi-hats. They're 13-inch New Beat hi-hats. That recording was very interesting. It sounded really good. It's just I pushed to get a rough mix that night, and it was a good thing I did because um, Travis ended up quitting the band probably the next day or a couple days afterwards, so I wouldn't have been able to get anything. And he financed the whole thing. That was his choice, but it was a good experience either way, and I like the recordings. Next time I went to the studio was with a lot of the same songs in a band. We had been called Instant Karma, and we switched the name to Remedy. Um, and we went to studios. I can't remember the name exactly. There was a number 341 or something. Studios in Gainesville. It was off of 441, and that recording was really good. We had two guys recording that. The computer kept going down and kept having problems, which is pretty frustrating, but I translated for Ryan Morse and Josh Lacombe because their guitar ideas, it was pretty confusing translating to the guys that were all technical, and these guys really didn't have any lessons behind them. But it was fun either way. I also did a lot of the vocals on that, and so did Ryan for that recording. And we had like a little box that we went in to record the vocals. It was pretty fun. And that was the same day of my senior prom. Is the last day we went in the studio for that. So that was interesting. Very interesting. Got home and I was getting ready and all that. But definitely a good experience. The music came out great on that. Could have been more work done with the vocals, but then the next time I went to the studio was with Undone Perfection, and that was in Burn Studios in Sebring, Florida. We drove way the hell out there. It took us 3 hours to get there. We took 27. Remember Justin Kreuter was playing bass for us then. And then Brian Taylor was doing vocals, Chris Morrow on bass, and Ryan Morse still with guitar. No, sorry, Justin was playing guitar for that one too. Yeah. And I remember driving out there with Justin, and we had all the equipment in his mom's Sequoia, and we weren't supposed to turn around, but we missed our exit on 27, and He pulled a Born Ultimatum move. It's pretty interesting. Almost felt my life flash before my eyes, having the vehicle start to flip. But anyways, the recordings came out great there. There was still a rough mix, but uh, oh wait, no, we had those mixed down and sent back to us through the internet. He sent us the WAV files through compressed zip files. We had to do the whole file conversion deal, but it was definitely a fun experience in the studio. I always feel motivated when because the drummer goes first in the studio and all the weight is put on the drummer. It's like you better not screw up, but it usually takes most drummers a lot of takes to get it down. I usually only have one song per session that is like that. Most of the other songs, I nail it in the first or the second take, which I always thought made me feel accomplished. It's kind of like when the pressure's put on me and they're kind of doubting, oh, how many times are we going to have to do this? And I just sit down and I nail it out, and it feels real good to get it right the first time. Then, after those recordings, we went for 2 sessions there. I think it was about 6 months time difference between the recordings, but we got a total of 9 tracks done there. And then we went to Cut Rate Studios in Leesburg with John and Bill doing the sound over there. Those recordings came out really good, but I had some personal issues with some of the bandmates, what they were saying in the control room while I was out getting my drums ready or just walking around waiting for the sound to get mixed down when they were recording guitars and strings, dealing with electrical issues, whatnot. Anyways, Mike Zisa was playing lead guitar for that one. I think at the point we went to the studio, he was the only guitarist. Justin was on the bass at that point. Danny Thomas was doing vocals, and I was playing drums. Ryan was playing guitar for us there for a while, but he left before we went to the studio. Anyways, that was a fun incident. Pretty sure I used my cymbals, but for those recordings I used the drums that were in the studio. They were birch, and they were trying to tell me that birch drums sound better. I still have arguments about that. I really like maple, so. But other than that, I went to the studio again with Slow Motion Killers, me and Maria, and we got Al in the middle of the recording sessions. We were working with a friend of mine, Ben Stelton Camp, and he does his own internet radio, 3231. So I'm looking forward to hearing for the next one on that. Check them out. They have their own channel. That's 3231. But yeah, he was doing the sound over there, and it was pretty non-formal. We just hooked up, and he recorded live pretty much. But there's a certain chemistry you get with the music when you do that, because then you can, like, the guitarist can watch the drummer when they're like, lifting their sticks up, getting ready to go into the transition for the crashes, or if they're doing a build up. It sounds more organic than it would if you used a click track, and it's also more, it just gets a certain vibe to it on the recording, which is real fun. But either way, I did backup vocals on those recordings as well. Maria Calabrese was playing guitar and doing vocals. And then we had Alan Rudders jump in on bass, and he finally recorded the last bass recording for that, and it came out great. It's just Maria kept rewriting the bass parts and changing what she was playing. Couldn't decide what sounded better, so it's those creative guitarists, I guess, not deciding on what they want. But that was fun. And ever since then, I've been recording with my H2 by Zoom. It's an H2 4-channel recorder, and it sounds great for demo purposes, definitely. And that's it for my recording experience. Add my Facebook page. I'll have like I said, I have that link up in the description. And yeah, add me to Skype if you want to talk or have a conversation. Had an interesting week. Girlfriend broke up with me last Sunday, so been recovering from that and dealing with that. So write me on Facebook and comment on here. Let me know how you like the video and let me know what you want me to talk about next video. Alright, thanks.